Coach, can you just talk about the way how you guys are able to fight your way back?
Yeah, I mean, it's February basketball. You're gonna have to grind and find ways to win. And watching Marquette's last 5 games, Shaka's done a great job with that group, especially on the defensive end. But we found a way, so that's all that matters.
How do you get better at free throw shooting this time of year?
Oh man, we're gonna work on it, and we have worked on it. You know, everyone's in there every day. It's not like we're not doing it. I think it's a little mental right now. I think we missed one, and it's like we got a little bit too much negative emotion right now on the free throw line. I got to change that somehow.
Kevin, is there even a way? Like how do you change the mentality?
We'll get there. Again, if we can improve our free throw shooting and make a couple layups in the first half, it's a totally different game. We held them to 32 points. We should have had 44 points, and then it's a different type of game, and we'll get there. I mean, he's shooting 200 extra a day every day, so it's not like we're not working on it. I think he never misses a free throw in practice. A little bit's freshman nerves. We have a lot of young guys shooting free throws for the first time in pressure situations, and I have a lot of confidence in these guys as we go through February and get into March that we'll make them.
Kevin, Tyler had steal, offensive rebound, or block in the final minute. Those 3 3-pointers late. What can you say about his performance tonight?
Yeah, you can ask Perk that, because I don't think Perk played very well.
How do you respond to that?
No, it's true. Defensively, I wasn't good at all, but we found a way.
And that's giving him a huge compliment, because he gets. How many points you have? 22. I can't see. How many points? 22. So he had 22 points, and I don't think he played well. And that's how much of a high standard I have for him. So it's a compliment.
Could you talk about finding ways to win and grinding out with offensive rebounding? How is this a factor of that in dragging this one?
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing I think we can really improve is being a better offensive rebounding team and being a much better defensive rebounding team. I thought we did a better job on the defensive glass. We had a big breakdown with Parham. I thought Parham played great late in the game, but I think it's again this time of year I'm harping on all our things that we can get better at. We're trying to keep everything going, and I think we can get much better at rebounding.
Do you see value in games like this at this stage?
It's a win in February, man. I'll take any win in February, especially the second time you play a team. That's what's great about this league, in my opinion, is you get everybody on a true round robin. Where coming from the Big Ten, I might see UCLA twice in 3 years. You're seeing everybody twice, and that's for a new team trying to get them to understand that it's a little bit different. The mentality, we beat them on the road, we're just going to come home and win. It's so much different in this league because there's really good coaching, really good players, but you see everybody twice, so it's that much harder to win the second time.
Acaden, you missed the 2 and you come back and make 2. What's going through your head when you got to remind or something?
I just relaxed and shot him. Tyler came up to me and was just like, you're built for these moments, and they went in. So I appreciate him for picking me up, because obviously that's not characteristic for me to do what I did. But he picked me up. My whole team picked me up and took care of business.
Tyler, you hit those 2 big threes that you guys got down on to get you guys right back in. It's not unusual to see that, like a team get down all of a sudden. Like, as a player, does a player relax in those moments? Does he? I don't know. Does something happen where your team gets down and all of a sudden, after missing for a good bit, you start hitting shots?
I mean, we're resilient as a team. We don't care if we go on runs, if the other team goes on runs. That's a 40-minute game, so they went on their run and we knew we had to fight back, and that's what we did.
Tyler, can you just talk about have you ever had a game where you had the game-winning block at the end?
No, I don't think so. No, yeah.
Kevin, how do you go about getting Bryce going?
He's going to get going. It's a little mental. I talked to the team earlier before the game about staying in the moment, talking to each other, not worried about past or not worrying about the future, just trying to stay in the present. And it's sometimes it's hard when you're not playing well to kind of stay in the moment. I have a lot of confidence in Bryce. I mean, he's in the gym with me every day working. He's gonna get it. And I thought he had some good opportunities tonight. It's just when you're struggling the way he's struggling, sometimes you just need one like him. Get a good bounce or bank one in, or I told him to sleep on the other side of the bed tonight. So sometimes you just gotta try something different.
Have you thought about speaking of something different, starting Dev for a game? And
No. Bryce he's been consistent. He's still doing a lot of other good things, and people have to guard him. I love Dev coming off the bench. It's like a really good security blanket for me. I think it's a good role for him. And I think again, Acaden and Bryce have worked well together all year. I have utmost confidence in him, and I know one of these days it's going to break loose.
Kevin, given how Tyler played defensively all night, what was your perspective on that last sequence when he gets the block?
No, I mean, again, yeah, sometimes when I get him off the ball and some things, he can get a little lost, but he's really good on the ball, locked in. I thought they did a good job switching. They ghosted it. He did a good job of staying, and Perk did a really good job of staying on Stevens, who they ran a nice little ghost play. I thought they both defended at a very high level.
Kevin, coming into the season, you talked a lot about playing with fast tempo. Obviously, Devin getting hurt kind of threw that off. But is there any effort to get back to that as the season goes on?
The difference between the 20th fastest team and us?
Not a lot.
1.6 seconds. Like, I have a young team, and when we get up, I'm going to control the ball and take the air out of the ball. That's one of the reasons why our tempo is so low. Is if you watch any time we've gotten up more than 12. I have taken the air out of the ball. We have run the clock down. One of the easiest ways to lose leads is take quick shots. So I have purposely taken the air out of the ball. At least 11 games where the last 9 minutes of the game, we've had 4 shot clock violations, which I love. Everyone's like, you're nuts. It takes 30 seconds. It sets up our defense. The worst thing you do is come down and just jack up a shot with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Long rebound, your defense isn't set. So I'd rather have a shot clock violation, set my defense up, have them work for 25 seconds, and then take 30 seconds, the game's over. It's not like the NBA with 24 seconds, a 30-second shot clock is monstrous. So I think we play pretty fast. I mean, it's not like he walks the ball. It's not like we're ever walking the ball up. It's 1.6 seconds. Everyone gets stuck in that tempo shit. It's bullshit.
Tyler, can you talk about when you had that game in block? You've been here for a couple of years now. Just the way that you had that block and the crowd could give you that representation, not only as what you did, but for a young team to get the affirmation. Can you just talk about you as a leader and the veteran of this group, just what this crowd meant to you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I just try my best to lead the team and help players when they need it. Obviously, I make mistakes and stuff like that, but like Coach said, I have the best defensive game, so I'm glad I was able to capitalize on the last play and secure a win.
Coach, what has impressed you the most from the way how your team has gone from start of Big East play to now?
I think we've matured a lot. Again, he's playing like one of the best point guards in the country. Perk has, I think, gone from a guy that was a reserve last year to a guy that we rely on heavily. Matt Hodge. I just think their growth has been really fun to watch. They're a great group to be around. They work hard. They have a great attitude. And to put ourselves with 10 wins and only 3 losses in Big East play right now, it's not me. That's these guys with their attitude and how hard they work. And it really is. This is a group that really is in today's era of college basketball and switching jobs and putting a roster together. This team's been absolutely great to coach. If we just made our free throws, and I'd love them to death. But right now, they're just fun to coach.
Kevin, with only one guy, like you mentioned, a young team, only one guy who played last year who's coming back. At what point did you make the decision, like, okay, I got to slow this down? Was it from the jump at the beginning of the season?
No, again, I don't think we've slowed it down.
That's not what I mean. I'm taking the air out of the ball.
That's just I've done that historically.
Okay.
You get up 14, 16, and We're playing against really, really good teams. Clock management is ideal, you know, so it's, you know, ask Selton Miguel how he feels about it. He used Selton last year, he would curse me out after the game. I mean, full out. And then it took him 27 games to finally figure out that maybe not coming down and jacking up a three is the right thing to do when we were the 19th in the country. So, and Sully's one of my favorite all time, but he would curse me out after the game because he wouldn't, it kind of limits stats a little bit, but at the same time.
Kevin, last week after the Seton Hall game, you compared Tyler almost to a young Josh Hart, but from a motor standpoint.
I did not compare him to Josh Hart. I got a phone call. these guys listen to these press conferences.
From a motor standpoint, you see maybe a little bit of a Miles Kale in him from Marquette.
No, he definitely reminds me a little bit of Josh. He does. It's definitely he affects the game. Again, once he figures out he can affect the game without shooting and having to shoot, that's when he's going to take a monster step. And I think he's starting to get there. He is, but you know, he had a big offensive rebound in the first half, and obviously had a couple threes, but had a big deflection in the second half. So yeah, again, getting players to understand how important, like, you know, Josh is starting for the New York Knicks. I played against him for 4 years, and I tell a story all the time. One of the last times we played against him, I called timeout, and I cursed out my team, and I was like, can somebody please stop Josh Hart? And he hadn't taken a shot yet. He hadn't taken a shot. And they're all looking at me like, well, he's not shooting. I'm like, well, he's got 3 steals, he's got 4 offensive rebounds, he's got 5 assists, and he didn't take a shot. And like, that's why he's in the NBA. He can do that. He just has to figure it out, like, at times. I don't need to shoot the ball to be out here and be effective because he does so many other things.
During the
I made up for that.
Playing psychological warfare.
No.
during
You continuously have key players getting into foul trouble. How will you combat this nearing the end of the season?
Say it again. I missed your first part. I
No
apologize.
problem. You continuously have key players getting into foul trouble. How will you combat this towards the end of the season and nearing March?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something we've been pretty good. I think we lead the league in least foul outs. So we've been pretty good at keeping them out there. I like to play. I'm not afraid to play guys with 2 fouls in the first half. I think it's something that sometimes you pick up 2, and they sit on the bench and they get mad. I think that's one of the keys to this team is that we are deep. I have a lot of faith in my bench. So if guys do get in foul trouble, I think one of the ways we've kept them out is that the guys coming off the bench have done a really good job.
And how vital is you when problems like that arise?
Yeah, Dev's been phenomenal. You know, he's been a workhorse, and I think more than anything, just his leadership has been off the charts. Dev's a great leader.
During the game, reports surfaced that you guys are going to play the opener in Rome next year. Obviously, it's early, but do you have any comments on that?
I have no comment.
Thank you.